We are nourishing our souls today here at the Bluegrass Family, getting out and going on a beautiful hike down to Dog Slaughter Falls, which isn't super far from where we live. It was such a peaceful and needed break and rest away from doing everything that we have going on here at the farm. We've just been super busy, so we decided to just take a little breather and go for a family hike that day. It was so needed and so relaxing, and so I just love that we were able to get out, and being in nature, it just nourishes the soul. And sometimes you just have to take a little minute away from home, even though we love being home, we love being homemakers, and just kind of reset. And that's exactly what the hike did for us. We are enjoying all of the bountiful harvest that we've been getting from the garden and from the roadside stands that are just scattered all over the place where we are. There's a farmer's market, roadside stand, or a farm out with vegetables just all over where we live, and we're so blessed to live in a rural community that really takes pride in growing a lot of their own produce, and we have definitely been reaping the benefits of that. A few years ago, I started planting wildflower seed mixes, and speaking of nourishing our souls, that is something that has been so therapeutic for me, and my daughter loves getting out there. My kids love helping me pick the flowers, and then arrange bouquets. I love being able to have fresh flower bouquets to give to other people, and to just, be a thank you, or just an encouragement, or a get better soon. It's so nice. It's just one of those items that I think anytime that you receive flowers, it just warms your soul, and it nourishes your soul to be a giver. And it also just, I think when we are thinking about other people and thinking about giving them and giving with our time, or giving with something, or just being thoughtful, that also nourishes us. It nourishes and blesses the person receiving it, but also nourishes and blesses us. Even though we're in a super busy season here at the Bluegrass Family Farm with lots of things to get done outside and a lot of different activities that are vying for our attention and our time, we still like to be really diligent and intentional about getting together around the dinner table for our family meals. I believe that is just so good for us as a family. It brings us together. It gives us a devoted time each day to come together and to not have any distractions, no cell phones, no screens, no interruptions. Sit down and be able to talk and interact with each other. And just as much as we have to be intentional with our time for work and other areas of our lives, I really think we have to be intentional with our time with each other and our family members, and pouring into each other. That is so important. And so I believe that a nice family meal made and prepared and really thought out is one of the ways that we can bring each other together and just enjoy that quality time that we all need so much. I've been working really hard trying to photograph and blog out all of the recipes that you see in the videos. That way it's easier access for you all, and so they will all be at thebluegrassfamily.com. This pack of beans comes with a little seasoning packet, and so I wasn't adding any ham or any meat into the beans that day, so I just went ahead and added the little seasoning packet in. I stuck it on the stovetop, and I brought all of it up to a boil and allowed it to boil for a little bit, and then I turned it down to simmer and just let it simmer for a really long time. I just kept checking it, taking the lid off and stirring it just to make sure that the beans weren't sticking to the bottom and making sure that they weren't burning. But it was several hours of just cooking these on the stove. I was home that day and absolutely love days like that. I love the smell of beans cooking on the stovetop, and just the smell of the chicken and the crock pot cooking, just knowing that's what we were going to have for dinner. I don't know, just something about that is cozy and nice, and we were just home enjoying our family time that day. Raising our own meat chicken, which is the chicken I'm using here, was definitely a learning process. My husband was the one that started researching and learning about raising our own meat chickens. He's done it for several years now, and we do have a video up, and I'll try to link it so you all can go see that if you want to watch the whole slaughtering and processing of our meat chickens. But I just love that we've grown to understand and learn how to do this ourselves and teach our kids and show our kids how to raise their own food. That's really important for us, and also that's great family time. I love the summertime, and I'm trying to really embrace and enjoy this season and slow down a bit. As busy as we are, I still like to take little pockets of time where we're able to get in the pool with the kids and swim, take them to the lake and swim, or go outside and play and just sit and enjoy the sunshine, walk through the gardens and pick the flowers together, swing and play in the treehouse. Those are all wonderful times that we get to share together during the summer as the kids aren't in school and we're just able to have those long summer days. We've got a fire pit in the back and we like to sit out and roast marshmallows and make s'mores. And I just feel like that whenever we really, we spend a lot of time at home, and a lot of people might not like spending a lot of time at home, but I think whenever you kind of build your home around your family and you add these different things that you guys enjoy doing together, it really does just bring everybody to a good place. Home becomes a comfort, and that's really my goal as a homemaker, is to make home a comforting and enjoyable place for everyone to come together, for our cousins to come over, our aunts and uncles to visit, our grandparents to come enjoy, and just spend that quality time together. That is the goal of what I want our home to be. Although it's a challenge to raise your own meat chicken, and it's definitely a lot of daily work for several weeks in a row, I just feel so much better about knowing what goes into our chicken and how that our chicken's been raised. It's a lot healthier for us, I definitely know that. And I'm just thankful that we are able to do this for our family, and definitely very grateful that we know exactly what is in our food and that our kids know where the food has come from. I honestly don't use the trivet that comes with the Instant Pot very often, so I just lay these in the very bottom of the Instant Pot and stack them on top of each other, and then I add in about a cup of water. Like I said, I add in a little bit more water just to make sure that I can have a nice broth whenever it's fully finished cooking. I set this to 4 hours on low because I was also going to finish it off in the air fryer and I didn't want it to become overdone, and that worked out really well. Where we live, we have a lot of little Amish stores just in various places, like 30 or 45 minutes from where we live. We can go and really just hit up a bunch of different Amish stores. And so I was so happy and excited whenever I found this Weisenberger self-rising cornmeal at one of our local Amish stores, because I've been searching for it. I didn't want to order it online. I was happy I was able to just get it right there. And it is such a good cornmeal. It's milled here in Kentucky, and they have a website if you're interested in purchasing some. I know a lot of people are accustomed to just regular cornbread made in a cast iron skillet, but another really great alternative to just cornbread is fried corn fritters, and I absolutely love making them. I feel like everyone eats those a lot more than they just eat traditional cornbread. They're super simple to make, and I've been adding recipes to my blog slowly, and corn fritters is definitely one of those that I plan to get up soon. But you can add all different things into them, like seasonings if you want to do an Italian seasoning blend of parsley, oregano, anything like that. I also like to add in some jalapenos, some of our fermented jalapenos or cheddar, some sauteed onion, green pepper. Really, the options are endless whenever you're making these, but they're super simple, like I said, and they're a really good alternative if you don't want to make a full pan of cornbread. You can save some bacon grease and fry your corn fritters in those. That's always really delicious. I think anything fried in bacon grease is always top notch for sure. Or you can use olive oil or vegetable oil, just whatever that you have on hand. Maybe a dollop of Crisco. They're super simple to fry. You fry them pretty much just like you do a pancake, and it just takes a few minutes on each side and they're done. So they're pretty quick to get done, and like I said, our family loves them, so I make them pretty often. So now that the chicken legs have cooked on low for 4 hours in the Instant Pot on the slow cook function, I'm taking them out and placing them onto the racks for the air fryer. So my air fryer has 2 racks, and I'll put 4 on the top and 4 on the bottom rack. Like I said, I've already seasoned each leg, so I don't feel like I need to add any more seasonings, and I don't add any sauce or anything like that. I just put them straight on the racks and pop them into the air fryer, and I ended up air frying them for 20 minutes. And basically it just gets the outside skin really nice and crispy like it would with fried chicken, but obviously it's a little bit of a healthier version. Not that we care that much about that because we're having fried corn fritters, but either way, I love the air fryer. It's so nice and convenient. And I really feel like whenever I cook the chicken on low and then put it in the air fryer, it's still really juicy and moist, and it's not really dry. So that's part of the reason why I do that. I also saved the broth that was created after cooking the chicken on low in the Instant Pot. So I strained that out and put that in a mason jar. That way I could make my own chicken gravy to go along with our fried chicken and corn fritters and beans. I like having something like this with a drier meal just to be able to mix everything together or to dip things in. And also it's just really good to get that broth into your system because it's super nutritious for you. So this is me making the chicken gravy. You add a little bit of oil to the pan, which there was already oil in the pan from frying the corn fritters. So I added a little bit of whole wheat flour. Traditionally, I would probably use all-purpose like white flour, but I didn't have that, so I just used the whole wheat version, all-purpose flour. And then I let that cook for a little bit in the oil and then just slowly add in the broth. And then I added in a little bit of seasoning. I did salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. Super simple and a delicious side item for the meal, also very economical. So we love having any type of gravy, and is just super easy to make. So if you ever want to add it on to a dinner, it's one of those things that you can throw together, and it just is a good layer to have, like I said, whenever you're having a dry meal. We usually just sit everything out on our island whenever it's time for dinner. Sometimes I'll move everything over to the dinner table, but we just go through and everyone kind of picks up what they want, puts it on their plate, and then we sit down at the dinner table and have the nice meal together. I really, really love bringing my family together to have meals at the table. I think it's so important, and it's something that we don't get to do all the time, but we do try to make it a pretty regular occurrence in our home. And I just think that being together at the dinner table and praying before our meal and being grateful for our family members and getting to talk face to face with our family members is something that our kids will always remember. And I know that it will always be a special place in Dave and I's hearts as parents to have those conversations with our kids and to share those meals. And there's nothing like good food or fried chicken to bring a family together. You can never go wrong with that. So like I said, we had some nice chicken gravy, some air fried chicken, some fried corn fritters, some beans, cucumbers, and tomatoes. And then I did a little snapshot just so you all could see kind of what it looked like, and just shared a little bit more with you guys. The nature of this hike was just absolutely gorgeous. There were so many beautiful caves and nooks and crannies as we walked along. The whole entire hike, we walked next to this creek that was streaming, and we would stop for a few minutes and just listen to the water flow. And the kids loved going down and watching everything and collecting items. They were collecting leaves and sticks and all sorts of things and skipping rocks and just having a really good time. And just like with having family meals, I think making intentional time for family is also so important. And that's what we're all about here at the Bluegrass Family. And we hope to inspire you to go out and be intentional with your own family. So we're so thankful that you're here. And if you haven't, please like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next week.